I mean, I haven't personally had any death threats directed directly at me, but I mean, our office in general, it's 11 miles from the courthouse to our office. It takes less than 20 minutes. Mark got 3 on his personal cell phone between the time we got the verdict and back to the office. Like,
I was going to ask about the personal safety because I know just from my experience, when trials get even local attention, personal safety of the attorneys involved becomes a very real issue, which is still staggering to me. But I guess it shouldn't be after all of this time. But what was it?
I don't think anybody should have gotten death threats. I don't think that we should have gotten death threats. I don't think the state should have gotten death threats. I don't think that the judge should have gotten death threats.
Well, shouldn't be getting death threats. No one involved should be getting death threats.
Death threats.
They're not okay.
Yeah. And I mean, Mark is funny, and I don't know if he said this in any of his interviews or not, but his attitude has always been, I'm more worried about the people who want to kill me who don't call first. That type of attitude.
It's a very fair point.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not worried about the people who call and say they're going to kill me. It's like, those people probably aren't going to do anything. But, you know,
fair.
He, safety, I can only really talk about concerns I had with my own, things like that. I wasn't very concerned about my personal safety, just because, I mean, well, I don't live in the community. Like I said, I commute. I mean, I live in a different county. I live 20 miles.
You don't have to say anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, but I also live very near the Milwaukee FBI building. So like there's a certain amount of, I live within a 5-mile radius of like several law enforcement agencies. And again, like I said, our investigators were phenomenal. Todd was from California, but Steve, former Milwaukee homicide detective. I mean, if I had ever been in concern for my own safety, if I would have told Steve, it would have been taken care of in a second. He's retired, but you know, these people would have individually come out and watched my place if I had asked them to. We had really, really good people looking out for us. I mean, my family and friends and significant other, things like that, they were way more concerned than I was. So, you know, I was a little worried about verdict day, but we got verdict back early in the day, which is what I was hoping. Is I was like, I just hope for when we get a verdict, it comes back in the morning, because people are at work and, you know, it'll be safer for us to get out of there. But safety wise, I mean, there were some different instances where, you know, maybe felt certain ways. But like I have all the confidence in the world in the people who are taking care of us.
Did the jury indicate that they were concerned about their safety in any way after verdict or before verdict?
I mean, during voir dire, there had been people who had, you know, expressed perhaps concerns with their safety. But I mean, we didn't talk to anybody afterwards. We got out of there as soon as possible.